Hi guys, Vanessa here. So today I'm going to be recreating this look right here. It is an everyday glam. I know that most of us are just at home right now trying to be safe, but if you are going maybe to the office, still working at the office, or like I said, if you guys are staying home, maybe you guys want to feel put together, something quick and easy and simple to do. Even for those that are beginners, I feel like it is something that is still very achievable. So yeah, if you guys want to keep on watching to recreate this look, let's get into it. So for moisturizer, I already went in with my IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream moisturizer. I do like this moisturizer just because it does have a lot of skincare benefits to the moisturizer. I know that this one is a little bit on the pricier side. So another one that I actually do like is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. It's actually not the regular one, but the one for extra dry skin is the one I actually like, because the difference between the normal skin to extra dry skin is that the extra dry skin moisturizer from Neutrogena, the Hydro Boost line, it is a gel form consistency, so it does seep into the pores, I feel, a lot quicker than the regular one, the normal skin moisturizer. Okay, so that is another moisturizer that I do often use when I'm not using this moisturizer. And then also I wanted to mention, for my under eyes, for moisturizer, I use the Ole Henriksen Banana. It's actually the C-Brush Brighten Gel Cream. I actually use this quite often. Another one that I kind of trade on and off with is the Origins Ginseng. The Origins Eye Cream. That's another one that I also kind of switch in between with. But I do like both. So, I mean, yeah, I do trade off. Okay. Foundation, I'm going to be using the Pretty Fresh Liquid Foundation. Pretty Fresh Foundation by ColourPop. I believe my shade is light 40. It's a little bit light, but I do notice that it is light to medium coverage. This does advertise as a medium coverage foundation. Just gonna apply it to the skin. It is advertised as a medium coverage foundation. It is advertised as a medium coverage foundation. I do find that you can play around with it. You can make it as lightweight as you want, and you can also make it as even a fuller coverage if you want to layer it. And I'm applying that with my IT Cosmetics Love is a Foundation brush. Another one that I do like for foundation is the Morphe M49 brush. It's like a round, it's a little bit of a round brush kabuki. It's very similar to this one. This one is limited edition. They bring it out for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is available at Ulta, but I know that it does sell out pretty quickly. Now I'm going in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I do find that it's similar to the Tarte Shape Tape. So I do actually go in between concealers. I do trade off between my Tarte Shape Tape and my e.l.f. concealer. Of course, the e.l.f. one is affordable, and it actually does do the job. It is full coverage. I do find that you can build off of it. So I do love this concealer, actually. I haven't used my Tarte Shape Tape in quite a bit. I'm going to go in with a little bit more just so I can kind of cover up any dark circle that I might have under the eye. I do like to work fairly quick under the eyes just because I feel that the product won't just sit there, and it is easier to blend when you actually move a little quick. It's, like I said, it's also like the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. You do have to move pretty quickly. And then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender just to make sure that everything, like I said, is well blended underneath the eyes. And above the eyes. Okay. Now I'm going to set my concealer with the Beauty Bakery Flour translucent powder. I'm going to grab some with the beauty blender and just tap under the eyes. I will also even powder along the side of the nose. I also do this basically for oil control around the nose and then the T-zone area, just for, like I said, for that oil control. Just get a fluffy brush. It has a lot of movement. It's very easy to kind of wipe up all that powder. Like I said, on the nose, under the eye, and then let me make sure I set above the eyes, and this is going to make a very nice canvas for our eyeshadow. Like so. For eyebrows, I did actually already use my NYX Micro Brow Pencil. It's very affordable. I do like this pencil. I feel like eyebrows are such a personal preference, and you know, everybody likes their eyebrows differently. Some like them a little thicker, some like them a little bit more natural look. I even carry a backup. This is what the packaging looks like. I do carry a backup just in case. The worst thing is to kind of run out of your eyebrow product. That's like the worst. So I do have a backup. I'm just gonna come through again. Now for shadow, let's see. Since we are doing an everyday glam, I'm going to go in with the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes palette. It looks like this. It looks like this. Very pretty, very natural for every day. I also have the So Jaded Kathleen Light and ColourPop collab. It looks like this. I do use this quite a bit. I do go in with the neutrals quite often. So for today's look, let's see. I think let's go in with this palette. Okay. For first shade I'm going to use is this shade called Stripped right here. And I'm going to grab that on a M441. I do have multiples of these. I do like these because they are a big fluffy brush, and it's nice to have a very smooth, very easy blend. It does blend the product quite well. Gives you that very nice diffuse look. Again, I'm going in with Stripped in the crease. And I'm going windshield wiper motions, and I'm also going in circular motions to just make sure that I have that blended look. I even go right here at the end of my eye and kind of just wing it out a little bit. I do that to elongate the eye, and it kind of just opens up your eyes. Okay. Like I said, windshield wiper motions, and I go into circular motions, like so. So, okay, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna stop there. You can always build on more product or more shadow if you'd like, but again, I'm going to start light and then build from there. For next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Transcend, that shade right there. I'm gonna go in with a Morphe, another Morphe brush, the M433 brush. It's similar to the M441. The only difference is that this one's a little bit shorter, and it does kind of come into it is cinched up at the base of the brush. Again, going with that shade, a little bit deeper than the original shade I used, and I'm going to use that in the crease, like so. So before I was kind of going above the crease to kind of give me that blend. Now I'm going to go into the crease to now kind of start deepening things up a bit, like so. And again, windshield wiper motions in the crease. Now instead of winging it out, I'm going to grab more of that shade right there that I went in, Transcend, and I'm going to now pack it at the end of the eye, the corner of the eye. So you can see it's getting a lot deeper now. And I'm going to deepen things up even more. So you know how before at first I went in with this shade right here, then we went in with this shade right here. Now I'm going to now go in with one shade a little bit deeper, if that makes sense. This one's called Aesthetic. And I'm going to pat into that shadow, like so. And now I'm going to kind of just pat it down at the base of the eye. And make kind of like an outer V towards the end of the eye, the corner of the eye. Actually, it's not the corner of the eye, this is the end of the eye. I will even go into like a flat shader brush. It is basically just going to dispense product a little bit more on the lash line. Going with that shade. And like I said, the outer V. Like so. Now I'm going in with the first initial brush that I used. It's the M441 brush. And I'm going to go over just to, I can even grab more of that initial shade that I used right here. And I'm going to make sure that my shadows are blending well. And again, above, a little bit more above the crease. Pulling out that eye, like so. Next up, I'm going to cut the crease. I'm going to go in with concealer, the one I used for my under eyes, and I'm going in with this Alamar packing brush. This is going to help me cut my crease. So for this look that I'm trying to create, I am going to make it a little bit more intense by cutting the crease. You could just stop here if you are a beginner or you don't have the time to continue on. You just can't, if you're running low on time or whatever the case may be, you can just add inner corner highlight and call it a day. Honestly, it's just personal preference and also how much time we have on our hands, to be honest. You can take it a little bit further, then you can cut the crease like so. You can cut the crease like so, just applying that concealer to the eyelid. And I'm following my natural eyelid. I'm not going above the natural crease of the eye. I'm gonna stop about halfway. Now I'm gonna go in with a shade that's pretty close to my natural skin tone shade. It's about pretty close to my, like I said, to skin tone. I'm going to get a packer brush and apply that right where I applied that concealer. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing I did to that eye to the other eye. Exact same. So like I said, I just applied that shade that's close to skin tone color onto exactly where I placed that concealer. So now let's move on to the other eye. Okay, so I finished up the second eye. Basically did the exact same thing I did to this eye. Did the same thing I did to this eye that I did to this eye. If you are a beginner or if you are trying to recreate this look and this is your first time maybe even doing a cut crease, don't worry about the concealer being exactly perfect. You can always go in with your crease shade, the one that I told you that you blend into the eye. This is the M433. You can always go back into that shade we use for the crease and go back and blend that crease. Don't be afraid if you mess up, okay? I'm going to just go into the crease to make sure I have a well blended look. Just going back into the crease, making sure that everything's well blended, like so. Okay, I'm going to apply mascara now. Before I apply mascara, I'm going to curl my lashes. And then we're going to apply mascara and I'll show you what I'm going to use. For mascara, I'm going in with the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. I do often use even Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Again, like eyebrows, I feel like mascara is such a personal preference, such a personal choice. Some individuals like the wand to be a little bit skinnier, some like it a little bit fatter or thicker. This is what it looks like. I also use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. This is also another great affordable mascara if you're looking for a drugstore option. So let me just apply mascara. What I like to do when I apply mascara, I like to wiggle it at the base of the lash line and then pull up, kind of wiggle it. I feel like that kind of gives me more of a lifted effect. So now let's move on to the rest of the face. For contour, I'm going to use the Milani, what is this? The Silky Matte bronzer in the shade 02 Sunkissed. I do like this bronzer because it does have more of a cool tone. When you think of contour, your shadows are always going to be a shadow. It's always going to be a cool tone. So I don't like to go in with a like a red undertone bronzer, just because again our natural contour and natural shadows of the face are always going to be cool tone. So I do like this for my skin tone. I'm going to be using a Morphe, what brush is this? An E4. I do like how it's angled. I feel like it hugs the cheekbone really well. A lot of influencers I have noticed use it also for blush. I feel like you can use it for whatever, or I sometimes even use it for blush, to be honest. Gotta suck in those cheekbones, those cheeks to get your Now for blush, we're gonna go in with, for blush I'm gonna go in with the Milani, I believe this is Petal Primavera. It's like a nice mauve shade, I'd say. I often go in with the Milani Luminoso. It's very popular, like a peachy blush. I do find this being a dupe for the NARS Orgasm. It's like my favorite, but I do use that one now, and I even use this one now, especially for the fall. I feel like it does complement a lot of eye looks. So I don't apply too much blush, because I do apply my highlight and then I go in back with my blush. The reason why I do that is because I notice that I kind of prevent that highlighter streak or line that we may get sometimes when we apply highlighter at the very end and then just leave it at that. So I'm going in with my blush. This is an e.l.f. Blush brush, and I'm going to grab, oh sorry, no, I'm going to go in with my highlighter brush. I've been talking about blush, so I kind of, this is an IT Cosmetics fan brush. I got this at Ulta years and years ago, and I'm using, did I even mention what I'm using? I'm using the highlighter in the shade Cookie by Benefit. And the nose, the high points of the face, chin, and a little bit on the temples of the eye, the temples of, also the temples of the forehead. Now I'm gonna go back in with my blush, like I said, because I don't want to have that line that often highlighters can give us, and go back in with the blush, just to make sure that it's well blended. You don't have to worry about going overboard with these blushes, I feel, because they're pretty good for beginners, or if you're not a beginner, they kind of have leeway. Okay, going back to the eyes, I'm going to apply inner corner highlight. Let me see, where did I put the brush? Okay, for my inner corner highlight, going back to the eyes, I'm going to use Cookie again, and this is a Morphe pencil brush. This is the Jaclyn Hill collab with them, but again, they actually even make one that is a Morphe. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with an E18 Morphe brush. I've used this for years and years. I'm not sure if it's still on Morphe, but I do like this for blowing out the lash line. So we're going back to the eyes. I'm going to use this shade, I think, here in the palette. Going back into the Supreme Nudes palette. When I apply my lash line, the shadow under the lash line, I do like to go in with basically the inner part of the eye end, because we do have that highlight, but we do want to keep things bright underneath the eye, like so. I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara on the lower lash line. Another tip that I have for the mascara, in case it does get on the face, what you can always do is just wait for it, be patient, wait for it to dry, and then you just get a Q-tip and it comes right off without messing up your base or your foundation. I noticed that sometimes we will be like trying to go in and then it kind of just smears and it gives you a black mess, a bunch of black smeared mascara. You just wipe it off with a Q-tip after it dries and it comes right off. Okay? So now that we did that, we did our inner corner highlight, we did our under our eyes, our lash line, we applied shadow under our lash line. I'm going to go back in and curl my lashes. I do like to go back in with my curler just to kind of give me that falsies effect without applying falsies. Make sure that when you have your lash curler with you and you're going to go back and curl those lashes after applying mascara, that your curler is clean. It needs to not have any residue from your mascara, because oftentimes what can happen is you can either clump the lashes where it looks really clumpy, or it can sometimes even rip out your lashes, and you don't want that. Go back in. Okay guys, I think we're almost done. We're just gonna apply a lip and some setting spray and we are done. Okay. For lip, I think I'm gonna go in with something very neutral because we do have an everyday glam going on, something for the day-to-day. So I'm gonna go in with the Kylie lip kit in the shade Exposed, the lip liner, and then this is the liquid lip. I shade a little bit into the lips with that lip liner, just so that we can kind of get a fuller coverage on lips. Okay guys, that is the liquid lip in the shade Exposed by Kylie. Very simple, very pretty. Like I said, again, for the every day-to-day. Nothing crazy. Now going in with the e.l.f. Dewy Setting Spray. I do like this setting spray in particular just because it does give me a nice, luminous, glowy look to the face. So I'll be applying that. There are so many setting sprays on the market. There are some that target towards oil control. There are some that lock in the makeup. I'm going to blend that with my eyeshadow palette. So that is it guys for me. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And yeah, see you guys in my next one. I do want to even maybe recreate another look using the So Jaded Color Pop palette. This one is actually really pretty. I don't know if I did show you guys actually the palette. But yeah, in the comments down below, let me know what kind of palette you guys would like me to try, or what looks like you or what looks he would like for me to recreate. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, guys, bye!